Today we are going to learn and review about how to write numbers in both standard form and word form. So as you can see here, it is asking what is the number in standard form and word form. So you have a place value chart that I'd like you to use, and you're going to put your place value chips where they appear, just as in this diagram here. So if we do write it, if we do see what we are doing here, we can see that there are, if we start with the 4, we could see that there are 4 ones, there are 0 tens, is 100, and we put a comma because those 3 numbers. There's 3 thousands, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10,000s, and there's 600,000. So if we go through it, it was the ones, tens, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000, and we have our number. And if we read it properly in standard form, it's 653,104. So let's take a look here, and remember to write this all in your notes. So if we look at it, we know that there are 600,000s. We know that there is 10. We know that there are 5 10,000s, which is the 50,000. And this is technically expanded form here, but we're not going to write it like this right now, but it makes it clearer to understand. There are 3 thousands, there's 100, there's 0 tens, and there's 4 ones. So if it's easier for you to make a chart like that, feel free. And then we know the number in standard form is 653,104. In word form, it's how we read it, is how we write it. 600, please copy what you see here. 653,104. 653,104. Please write that in your notes. If we move on to the next one, always feel free to pause me if you need to. Here is another example up here. Let's see, we see 500,000s, 5 10,000s, which is really 50,000. We see 7,000s, 600, 7 tens or 70, and 6 ones. And if you write it in standard form, let's write our number in standard form. And if we write it in standard form, we will notice that it is 557,676. And if we write it, we would write 557,676. No ands. Please make sure you don't write any ands. So we're going to move on to the next one. We're not going to do that second example. We'll move on to the next slide. And in this slide, we're going to review reading numbers to 1 million by periods. So groups of 3 places are called periods. You can read numbers to 1 million by grouping them into periods. So like we did ones, 10, hundreds, and I put the comma. That is called a period. Please write that down. And you can use this example. And 497, that is, we put a comma there, and that's 3 places. So first you read the thousands period, 497,000. Then you read the remaining period, 832. So there's your standard form over here, and it's read as 497,832. Please be sure to write this example, especially the vocabulary word for periods. Let's move on. We're going to do a couple of these examples. I'd like you to do numbers, just these numbers. Let me circle the ones I just want you to do in your notebooks just to have examples, and I will check it. Write in word form. Oops, sorry about that. Let's erase. Sorry. I want you to write in word form. I'd like you to write the 325,176 and the 700,007. Just those 2. And then we'll review other ones in class. Thank you. And now let's continue. We're almost done. We are then going to head to, we're going to count in the 1 millions in class, but I wanted us to go over understanding millions. Let's read the millions again. So now we have, this we would put in our place value chart the discs, 4,600,000s, no 10,000s, 5,000s, 300s, 7 10s, and 9 1s. So if you were to write it, it's easier for me if I write it backwards. 9 9 7 3 5 0 6 4, and then we put the commas in, and then we can read it 4,605,379, and that is the number in standard form. And the way I read it is the way you write it in word form: 4,605,379. Remember, no ands. I want you to try this one on your own, please. On your own, this one. And we could also read the numbers to 10 million by periods. And this is going to be our last slide of our learning. And if you look at the periods, it's once again, you have the 428 in the first period, in the bottom period, then read the thousands period, 824,000, and then the millions period, 5 million. So to read it properly, 5,824,428, and we're going to add in class to 10 million and 100 million and 1 billion. Same process, every 3 digits. That's how you're going to read it, and you're going to make commas for every 3 digits, starting from the right to the left, please. The right to the left. So the comma would have to be right here, and the comma would have to be right here. And if we actually had some other digits, if we had that's the millions, and then if we had, let's say, a 2 here for the 10 millions, and then an 8 here for the 100 millions, and we would put another comma, and then for the 1 billions we would put a 3. So 3,825,824,428. So please make sure you recorded all of that. And there's going to be one more slide for you to practice some problems. I'd like you to practice in word form just number 15 and number 17. Okay, and then that is all for today. Thank you.